I'm just quit my 9 to 5. I'm rocking, and they watching, cause it's shocking. Dropping all these top 10 songs, no stopping. It's time to live my life, it's time to live, not die. Wish I could slow down time and just enjoy the climb.
And I'm the one to get it, bro. I swear to God I get it, bro. So don't just let me get it.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, I'm the one to get it, bruh. I swear to God I'll get it, bruh. Hey, I ain't never giving up. Yeah, I never give up. I got this, man, I got it. I will not quit, I'm on it. Never off it. Got the block lit, I'm toxic. Spitting logic, make them nauseous. Honest, can I stop this? Never cautious, drop it. I'm the hottest. Knock, knock, bitch, watch it. I'm the fucking king of rock, bitch. Profit, spitting hot shit. Off topic, chronic. I think I'm motherfucking lost it. Get back, matter of fact, making racks where it's at. Have my back to the mat, not an act, that's a fact. We attack in a back, so
Yo.
attack, no react.
Okay.
The black up is that, while I'm
Let's make sure there's no echoing.
We're advanced, I'm the man. Gotta play it better than most brands. Goddamn, I'm a rhyme till I die. Never lie, that's a lie. I don't try, I defy. Yes and nah, that I'm right, yeah. Yeah, I've been in and out the studio
my
like a
stream?
student though, working on a movement, yeah, I'll do it cause I'm in the zone. And you know that I'm ready for the shows, how it goes, I don't know, but I'm waiting till I'm chose. Run, roll, here I go, all these people wanna know what you think of them lately. Do you really love me, or do you really hate me? On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you grade me? All this social media has got me going crazy lately. Everything's inflated, mainly, everyone's invaded.
Okay. Check 1 2, check 1 2.
All these people wanna know what you think of them lately. 1 to 10, what would you grade me? All this social media has got me going crazy lately. Everything's inflated, mainly.
I want to just make sure there's no
Check
echo.
1 2, check 1 2.
Okay, we're good. All right. We are on. We're on. All right. So, I know I've been away for a while, people. It's the first live stream in over a month. But today I was sick. I got a little diabetic. Had to go home early from work. Barely got up, I don't know, about 3 hours ago, 4 hours ago. Anyway, I thought I'd address a few things that have come up on our channel. Talk about some movies, talk about some comic books, talk about everything, anything. Who knows if anyone's even watching? Who cares? Let's have a good time. And of course, Squish is here. So a few things have happened. My cat, my main cat, passed away. So that happened about a month ago. Hey, do you mind talking here? And let's see. I went back to a very good job. I think you guys already knew that. That's why I disappeared. Anything else? Anything else interesting happened in the last few months? We have the first off, I'm playing Stellar Blade. I'm finishing Cyberpunk. I just saw Superman yesterday. It was not great. It was not terrible. It was okay. It's not. So there's a Superman that people, that certain audiences enjoy, and there's Superman that I like. And the Superman that I like is like the John Byrne, Christopher Reeve Superman. That's the Superman that I like. I loved Super Sons. I liked Superman Rebirth. I absolutely hate DCU or DC New, whatever it was called, DCU Batman, Superman. I didn't like. I hated New 52 Superman. I'm liking Absolute Superman. I don't like Injustice. So there's a Superman that I like and a Superman that I don't enjoy. And this movie was the Superman I don't enjoy. It's from the Truth storyline from the comics, if you know what that is. And I really hated that storyline. It turned me off from Superman for a very long time. So, the story had a lot of James Gunn humor. The movie had a lot of James Gunn humor, and I don't really like his humor. So you combine those two things, I did not have a good time with that movie. Was it terrible? No, it was fine. but it wasn't great. Was it better than Marvel's? Hell yeah. Was it as good as, let's say, Man of Steel? No, it wasn't. Anyway, that's my little review there. We'll talk about some religious stuff in a second, but I want to talk about what's behind me. Because someone very rudely tried to call me out on these books, saying, have I even read them? Do I even know what's in them? So, first off, let's talk about that one right there, The Art of War. I actually have a different translation of The Art of War on almost every bookcase in my house. This is my library, so that's why these particular books are here. Although we'll get into that in a second. But in my room, there's 2 copies of The Art of War. I think a copy of the Tao Te Ching and another copy of the Book of Five Rings, plus maybe another copy of The Prince. In my dad's room, there's a copy of the book of, there's a copy of The Art of War, and in my, I guess I was gonna say my wife's room, but I guess my stepson's room. I think of this room as my room. I'm just gonna be very clear. But in my stepson's room, there's a copy of at least The Art of War, I think. And then in my front room, in my right room, I have The Art of War, the Tao Te Ching, and The Prince, maybe. And then I have a little tiny bookshelf over here that also has them. I have different translations of them. I have them on my audio books. I have them in my audio on my my Kindle. I have them everywhere. Like I love that book. I've been reading it since I was 15. I'm currently 45. I read that. I read The Art of War, and I read the Tao Te Ching, and I read the Book of Five Rings every single year. So yeah. Anyway, after that, what else we got going on? Meow. Meow. So, who wants to do a little bit of watch along? I got a few things I wanna watch. Let's do that. Let's just do a little old school watch around. It's not like Ethan Klein's watching this channel, so we're fine. We're gonna be doing sweetheart, you're getting aggressive. Get down. We're gonna do a little bit of base camp. We're gonna do a little bit of deep drinks, and then I don't know. We'll have to find something else to watch. We won't go for too long, and we might even do some gaming in a little bit. I'm not sure what I want to play on my. I have a laptop that has different games than this one has. This one, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Now let's go here.
Right, Simone. One of the ones that I found most interesting to me that was coming to me from a trans friend at one of our parties who we were talking to was they were like, you know, I was like, candidly, like within the communities, how much is this like just like a sex or arousal thing, right? Like not a gender. And they're like, the reason why that talk of that got shut down so heavily publicly is because within the community, everybody knows that when we're behind closed doors, this is predominantly an arousal thing.
Oh no. Oh no.
For at least a chunk of the community, right? Like
Yeah.
not everyone, but at least a big chunk of the community. And the community mostly admitted this when they had the fight between the true scums and the too cutes. For people who don't know, there was a portion of the community that said you are born this way, and that was the true scum. When they were named the true scum by the too cutes, who said, well, if you say you're born this way, then that medicalizes it, and really it's just a choice. And so the mainstream perspective in the community is this is just a choice now.
Echo,
And
turn
so,
on
like,
library.
This is what the educated people, and you'll go out and you'll hear progressive, and they'll say they don't have a choice over this. And they won't realize that this isn't what the mainstream trans community is arguing anymore. But they think that this is the position. It shouldn't be surprising. Many of the most fervent advocates of youth transition are also on the record disparaging the idea that it should be debated at all. Stragio, who works for the country's best-known free speech organization, once tweeted that he would like to scuttle Abigail Schreier's book, Irreversible Damage, a skeptical treatment of youth gender medicine. Abigail Schreier is fantastic, by the way. We've chatted with her. Yeah. Stragio declared,
good book.
stopping the circulation of this book and these ideas is 100% a hill I'll die on.
Wow.
He works for the country. The United States is #1 free speech organization, and he advocates
He'll
for
die on the hill.
Okay, we'll jump out of that. Okay, let's see what else. There's another one. I want to do a little bit of the drink. Oh, no, I don't know. And I still want to do a little bit more of this one. We'll go with that in a second. Where'd it go? I don't care about Asmongold. I like him, but I don't care about his opinion. He's just entertaining. It's background noise. Oh, I lost the one I was looking for. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of Galilea eating crow. Why did she add someone else? Why is there someone else on here? I don't want someone else on there. All I want is Galilea.
Brilliant. Everything was set, ready to go live. And then my friend sent me a screenshot of a new album cover
Who's
that had
Aces?
just come out with her on all fours, a man gripping her hair. The caption being man's best friend with a couple of cute little dog paws, as if we didn't get the message quite clear enough that. So this is an impromptu discussion video on the topic of Sabrina Carpenter and her latest album cover. It's not in my usual style of videos, but I feel like I've got to talk about it because 20 minutes after she released her new album cover, my video went live, which was praising her for managing to walk that line between kind of sexy without being degrading, in a way that felt empowering, I believe, to a lot of women. I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into this video. I was really pleased with it. I was like, right, brilliant. Everything was set, ready to go live. And then my friend sent me a screenshot of a new album cover that had just come out with her on all fours, a man gripping her hair. The caption being man's best friend with a couple of cute little dog paws, as if we didn't get the message quite clear enough that women, of course, are dogs. Bitches, to be precise. Such a novel idea for the music industry. Really brave of her. I had a lot of thoughts on it, but also loads of people in the comments, obviously, were asking me on my opinion on her new album cover because it seemed to contradict a little bit the message of my video.
Almost
And I
everything that
didn't
you said in
realise
your
a couple
video.
people in the comments.
That was a good video, by the way. You should
I
watch her
looked at
channel.
The new album cover, as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, was my first reaction. That was before I even saw the caption of Man's Best Friend. And yeah, because so many people were asking for my thoughts and it's relevant to the topic of the video, I thought I would discuss it. While we're on the topic of a distinct lack of creativity, I feel like she could have been slightly more original than comparing women to dogs. I have also been feeling uncreative in the past couple of years. Now, for those who don't know, I used to love drawing and painting and creating art. Sometimes I'd even do some of it on my channel. I went to university for it. But I have not done it in years. I have let the skill rot, and I keep saying that I need to get back into it. And here, look, here's all my old stuff that I just never bothered continuing. Like, she had a particular brand that was aimed at them, and now, like, she's not aiming at them. And I'll get into some of the, like, deeper criticisms people had and some of the defenses they had of her image, like saying it was ironic and that kind of thing. We'll get into that. There were a couple of other things I want to talk about before what I remember, so I will go through some of the comments later. One of the other things I wanted to mention, just because this is kind of a little bit off track from the rest of the video, but I knew one of the criticisms I felt like I knew I was going to get, just because I saw this level that anyone who criticised WAP, the music video. And I knew before I made this video that I was going to get this criticism. Film a couple of years ago that was criticising child sexuality by sexualising real children in a movie. You know what I mean? It's like, so...
Yeah, that was a terrible movie. Don't go watch it.
You're just doing the thing. And how much of the, like... I think...
Sean Head, shout out.
...is so toxic in terms of sexuality. In terms of... with the rise of, like, pornography culture, with OnlyFans, with people like Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips running around being crazy. I think the view of female sexuality is quite possibly seen in a more degrading way than it might have ever been. And given that culture and that album cover that goes viral, like, how many men are actually gonna do the work, listen to the album, be like, oh yeah, I really get it, it's really, like, meta, and it's actually criticising, like, how men look at women and blah, blah. It's like, is it, or is it just using sex again to sell things? Like, I don't think, even if she is ironically kind of doing that, which maybe on some level she's thinking that, I think they're wrong, I think they're so wrong, but... So, a few of them. The album cover represents how women are viewed and treated in today's society. They are looked down upon and only treated like an object or pet, serving the best interest of men, like a dog. Highlighting this and putting the spotlight on it takes away its power and shows the bad parts of it. We're gonna get to that. And the fact it's her album cover and she is a grown woman that can do whatever she wants, why are people so mad? If you don't like it that much, then don't look at it. It's not that deep. It's like people lost the ability to appreciate art using their skills of critical thinking. Like, based on her branding, why would she use this imagery? She's commenting on how women are treated. People don't understand that this is her brand. It's all satirical. Like, have they heard any songs by her? She's always trashing on men. People overreact so much. It's literally insane. This album is literally
Trashing on men is not a good thing either, by the way.
about men being stupid and how women are powerful. How do you know? The album's not out yet. Also, just, like, having the commentary that men are stupid, and that's not feminism either. That's not helpful. That's not... I mean, I disagree that that's what most of her songs are. I don't think they are that. Maybe in her next album they will be. But that also... I can't stand this stupid virtue signalling, pop culture, girl boss, yas queen, men are dumb version of feminism. I hate it. It's unhelpful and stupid for everyone involved. But we'll continue.
She's confident in her sexuality. Let her be. Remember, guys, her audience is supposed to be for the girls and gays. That's not a defense, but the moment I saw the picture, I felt uncomfortable. But then I started reading between the lines. Her being a dog represents her dedication to her partners, unappreciated love that pets also experiment. I think this means experience. I think she's saying with this album that she waved her tail long enough and it's in her journey to prioritize herself instead of her partner's approval. I don't even know what to say to that. Okay. Crazy how the second a woman jokes a bit about sex with men, it's suddenly setting feminism back 1,000 goddamn years. Maybe we don't need to look at everything a woman does from the perspective of how much it contributes to the feminist cause. Maybe we can just be a little happy about the fact they're having fun. Jesus Christ. Fucking chill, she's having fun.
Let's see. Over here.
It's doing more harm than good. It's creating resentment in men. It's oh my god, who told you that feminism means you can't criticize a woman? Who lied to you? Where did you get that idea? No, what feminism should mean, and by God, a lot of it, especially in pop culture, has strayed far off this path in recent years. What feminism should mean is that women are equal in dignity to men, should have equal rights and opportunities to men, deserve respect, as much respect as men. What it doesn't mean is coddling women. What it doesn't mean.
I love Galatea. She's so awesome. But I know that when I feature her on my videos, my views go down. And since I don't have any views right now, I guess we should move on. But if you don't subscribe to Galatea, you really should. She's really awesome. Even though I might be the only one who thinks that, and her subscribers. Let's see. All right. What do we got? Anything here worth watching? Commenting on that is. It's all worth watching, but you know what I mean. Let's go over to my stuff. Watch later. Let's see what we got going on over here. So we have someone starting Cyberpunk for the first time. I'm about to finish it. I already finished the Liberty City. White Wolf is back. Does that mean what? Does that mean the return of rated R and rated X material? I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't really like the PC, I'm going to call it child-proofing version of World of Darkness. It's a good universe. I own all of the books. Okay, I think there's only like 2 or 3 I don't own. But it's not White Wolf. You read the White Wolf label, and even if you want to go crazy, read Black Dog label. It's graphic. It's tough. It's adult. But it's done with like an edgy teenager attitude. You read World of Darkness. Yeah, it's more grounded in reality, but it's very safe. Like, you know that there's limits to the world, and those limits make the gaming less enjoyable and less thrilling. So if going back to White Wolf means that they're taking the safeties off and letting people just play the game as they want to play it, I think that's going to be an awesome step forward. Yes, ma'am? All right, Anarchist Cookbook. I've never actually read it. I love this guy. He reads all the same books that I do. If you haven't watched Black Ponder, I really recommend you do. I think we're doing this one. I think this is what we're going to do in a few minutes. Or maybe this one. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. We're just going to take a little sample, a little taste. I don't really care about this one. I have it on here because I know I should watch it. These are 2 people that matter in the apologetics world. I really don't care at this point. Apologetics is such bull. Just complete bull. It's really sad. Speaking of complete bull, Let's see. Let's do a little bit of this. Just a little touch. Just a little touch.
Before this video begins, I want to announce that there is now an easier way for you to financially support my work.
Hear what I mean? Hear what I mean? That's the problem right there.
Of a whole year of research. So if Cameron is to be believed, he has some serious material that could spell the end of the Reformation traditions in toto. Conversely, it also gives him a very, very, very high burden. And so the
I don't know. This guy looks either Catholic or Orthodox.
key question here is, did he fulfill that burden?
No.
No, he did not. In fact, the video sucks.
Yeah.
It really, really sucks. So upon
Agreed.
viewing it, I immediately decided that I am going to give a response with two key aims. First, to serve as an educational introduction to the key issues surrounding theological authority, the debates thereof, and how to properly think through them. And second, to show the key errors Cameron makes in his method of inquiry and what you need to do in order to avoid them yourself. In addition, I am not intending to provide total defeaters to all of his arguments here, since some of the issues require multiple videos to properly address. Minimally, I aim to show that Cameron does not even touch many, often common responses by the Reformation traditions to the arguments he provides.
I'm going to be really blunt. There's multiple reasons why I haven't done a full response video to Cameron's videos. I've mostly just been begging him to stop making these kind of videos. Understand, I don't want him to quit being Catholic, and I don't even want him to leave YouTube. I just want him to stop claiming that his views are Catholic. Just do what I do. Have your views be your own, and you just happen to be a Catholic who's on a very popular show. I'm not on a popular show, but you know what I mean? I don't know why he doesn't do that, because by making it Catholic, by being Catholic Answers adjacent, and letting in all this, like just the David Woods and the Sam Schumans, and I love David Wood, but I mean, it's become such a sideshow, and it's really gross to see that happening to Catholicism. As a Catholic, it's really disappointing to see what Cameron is doing to Catholic YouTube and the people that he's bringing in. I watched the video. I have it saved on here. If I haven't deleted it off my list, I might have. Because I used to make streaming content all the time, so I used to save everything that I thought was interesting. Where it's just a Catholic who's recently converted, saying doing Protestantisms about Catholicism, and talking about how great it is to be Catholic because of all these magical, great things that happen when you're Catholic. None of it's true. None of it. It's just all wrong. It's just Protestantisms. Shh. I know. Go back to sleep. Oh, she's going to start talking.
On top of making numerous straight-up errors. In doing this, his arguments will be rendered completely dead on arrival. But
I was just watching Kip Davis and Nitty talking about sacrifice, making fun of living waters, Ray Comfort. I've always been fascinated by the sacrifice of pigeons, like that idea. I think there's doves in the Bible, whatever. My translation, the New World, the translation I read it from the first time said pigeons, and that's what I'm sticking with. Which is like the book, the 700 Club, the book. And Kip said that there's no evidence of pits of dead pigeons or dead doves, but still, that would be, that was kind of disappointing because that would have been awesome.
for some arguments, I will be providing proper defeaters, since they can be fit into this video just fine. Hey, this is post-production Paul here. My initial plan, and I recorded myself saying this, was to not play any segments of the video, but just tell the viewer to watch Bertuzzi's video, whether before or after watching mine, just so that the length doesn't get too bloated. But I decided that actually it's better for me to play small summarized clips of Cameron's arguments, just to give at least some immediate begin. As a matter of prolegomena, we will first look at Cameron's understanding of Sola Scriptura. For this, he cites a clip from a video by Dr. Gavin Ortland at Truth Unites, and then gives the standard definition of Sola Scriptura as Scripture is the sole infallible rule of faith. Now, one point of fairness is that this definition is very common today, and if Cameron was just claiming to be responding to that, or to Dr. Gavin Ortland specifically, then that would be more understandable. The problem, however, is that he takes this definition as normative of Protestantism in toto without qualification. This is a problem because the actual founders of the Reformation traditions did not articulate sola scriptura
And that's a very good point, by the way. That's something that I've brought up multiple times. The four solas, or the five solas at this point, who freaking knows? But the solas are not put together. They're not an ancient reformation, if you want to call it 500 years ago, ancient innovation. And they're not revelatory. They're a modern invention. They're from like the last 100 years that they were both put together as a kind of dogma. So when Protestants try to appeal to that, they're just lying. We can get into the J. Dyer of everything later, but just on the Protestant front, this is just, it's bad apologetics.
Fragmentation. The numbers themselves are absolutely astonishing. According to the Center for Study of Global Christianity, in mid-2023, there were 47,300 Christian denominations or rites. And of course, the vast majority of these denominations are Protestant.
He literally works with Jimmy Akin, and Jimmy Akin debunks this fact all the time. Like, what's the point of partnering up with Jimmy if you're just going to talk shit?
A bit more specific by pointing to distinct controversies such as infant baptism versus believer's baptism, eternal security versus the possibility of apostasy, and others. He claims that these controversies, emerging right at the start of the Reformation, emerged from a critical flaw in Sola Scriptura itself, since it puts the final interpretive authority in the hands of individual laymen and pastors, thus guaranteeing a steady multiplication of factions. To this I say two things. First, he merely asserts this to be the general pattern and does not do the work of history that is actually demanded by the field by tracing the line of cause and effect. He doesn't show from primary sources what historical men did what things, how their teaching of
Thousands of verses, multiple languages, diverse genres, and complex theology. I mean, just think about the incarnation. You must interpret all of these things correctly, not just for yourself, but for your family, your friends, and your church. Your eternal well-being hinges on your interpretive skills. It's spiritually perilous.
For argument number 7, Cameron tries to sell the struggle of operating on Sola Scriptura by claiming that this paradigm does not give the comfort of doctrinal certainty, but rather forces the believer.
Assurance is not a Catholic idea, so this is just stupidity on Cameron's part. He's trying to introduce a Protestant argument. Yay.
To evaluate each doctrinal question for himself. In other words, Sola Scriptura forces Christians to be Christians.
Sorry,
I'm not being facetious when I make that remark. Though I understand the largely emotional argument he is going for here, he is essentially assuming that the Christian journey ought to be a smooth ride where the church does all the thinking for you.
Well, no, not even Catholics believe that. So, no, other Paul here is strawmanning Cameron a bit, but Cameron's strawmanning, it's a strawman of a strawman at this point. So, I don't know. It's like a paper mache strawman.
Not just what was written down. This clearly shows Paul didn't believe in Scripture alone as the rule of.
It's a paper representation of a straw man. I don't know. I'm going to get that mixed metaphor right at some point.
Presupposes a canonical standard by which this is confirmed. Apart from this, however, Cameron is yet again just wrong. We do in fact have a reliable and principled method for discerning the books of Scripture, that being the unanimous testimony of the Church. Yes, you... Sola Scriptura become a reality. In this case, the lack of living apostles or verbatim inspired statements from them. We can't point to an exact date for this, but
I wouldn't use any of these arguments.
But what does it say for Romanism when it couldn't stop Western Christianity from splintering? Most of Scandinavia...
Sounds like he's anti-Catholic.
2 Thessalonians 2:15 and 1 Corinthians 11:2. And Scripture never claims...
Two liars lying at each other. That's great. It's beautiful. Okay, let's see what's next.
So shouldn't there be an alt-left pipeline by now? And don't say Tumblr, because all I can find on there is censored furry porn and like screenshots of tweets that are 10 years old at this point. Not to sound like a fucking YouTuber or anything, but let's get into it. There trans athletes who are eating your dogs and all of that they learned on Facebook. The same place that I used to unironically share memes about being a boss babe witch hexing the capitalist patriarchy. I'm not proud of it. And the Democrats, who, they're not the left, I know they're not the left. Take your hands off the keyboard, it's gonna...
The Democrats are the left. Two-party system. Democrats are the left. Republicans are the right. Get over it. There's no third party. Chill out.
Be okay, but if you were gonna type that comment, I still need the engagement. So maybe tell me what video game you're playing, 'cause I need a new video game. Anyway, the left wing of American politics is the Democrats. I'm sorry to tell you. They are pouring money into throwing cringe yet lavish coconut-themed parties for online influencers. And plot twist, I was one of those influencers. And everybody is rightfully dunking on it online. Meanwhile, the Republicans seem to have an unstoppable wave of organic support from basically every podcaster who doesn't talk like with the NPR voice. Today on our show, we're going to be discussing the ways in which... Yeah, so they're all right-leaning. This Media Matters report shows that 9 out of the top 10 podcasts, like Joe Rogan, and then Walter was to an influencer yacht party. I wasn't invited to the yacht party. They didn't let... Cover to cover. Nobody's read this book but me. I checked. Ugh. Yeah, I hope you heard that noise it made. I also like how people know that Trump is full of shit and they don't care because he's gonna get them to where they're trying to go. Do you understand? Another example, the YouTubers, the ones who...
That's honestly how that works. You know, I made a tweet earlier this week saying that with the Epstein thing, you know, I don't like Trump, and the Epstein thing is just a step too far for me. You're going to suppress that evidence? You mean nothing to me. I hope the next president's better than this one, because we've now had the worst 2 presidents back to back to back. We had Trump, then we had Biden, then we had Trump again. It's a mess. It's a joke. It's ugly. I'd love to have a good president again. I didn't like everything that Obama did, but at least he was a good president. I'll take Obama over any of the shit that we got going on right now. I'll take Bush Jr. Like I'll take Bush. Like I don't. This is shit.
who helped me shape my political beliefs. They're basically all but gone, or they post like once a year about Twilight or something. We're morality pilled, and that makes us really bad at forgiving people when they're either in the wrong factually or ethically. We're constantly worried about...
Yeah, but I don't have that problem because I'm a Republican, so let's move on.
Supposed to be the party of family values and anti-big government and personal responsibility. Fuck is this? This means that they don't really have to watch what they say, which is why they're so attractive to comedian contrarian types, because they'll accept anyone into their movement, even if their members and sometimes even their core beliefs contradict each other, because they understand that most politicians, most bullshit jobs, but I don't know how to say that. People, but it's to do cool shit as yourself and as someone who
I don't
holds
like
your
Signifier.
values, and then just be a good role model. Don't tell people what to do, just be a role model for it.
I need a woman with a wolf cut to beat me to death. No,
I don't like this guy either.
Healthcare and universal basic income. That's what. Don't get distracted.
And also maybe touch some grass. There's one group that I'm working with who's actually killing it at this. In Canada, they're called Common Horizons. They've chosen...
Ugh, okay. I don't care about any of this. Let's move on. I love Metatron, but I don't want to watch that. What's this one? I don't know what this is. Let's watch it for a second.
Age. Nearly every question can be typed into a search engine or asked of an AI chatbot. And we would expect, since this is, again, the information age, we would expect that truth would be more accessible than ever before in history. We might get excited about this prospect of having access to all of this incredible information, all the writings of doctors of the church, church fathers, saints,
Have you watched
wise
this lady,
philosophers,
Fig Tree? She's
researchers,
really
all
good.
of this information,
I don't know
all
if she's
accessible to
anything
us
that she
online.
says she
We'd
is. That doesn't
expect
matter.
not
She's
only
really
the
entertaining.
information age, but the age of truth.
Let's do a little bit of Satanism, shall we?
Hello Symposiast, I'm Dr. Angela Puka, Religious Studies PhD, and this is your online resource for the academic study of magic, esotericism, paganism, shamanism, and all things occult. Today we're talking about the 9 satanic statements that are found in the Satanic Bible. In fact, they were introduced by Anton LaVey in the preface of this text that was
Remember, Anton LaVey wrote it, ironically, as a joke.
published first in 1969.
He didn't believe
and
any of it.
lays the philosophical foundation for
Entirely bad faith.
These statements encapsulate the core values and beliefs of this religious philosophy, each serving as a stark contrast to traditional Christian doctrines. So let's go into an explanation of each statement. Satan represents indulgence instead of abstinence. This statement directly opposes the Christian ideal of self-denial and asceticism. LaVey advocates for embracing physical and earthly pleasures, viewing them as natural and healthy expressions of human existence. instead of suppressing desires, LaVeyan Satanism promotes a lifestyle that finds virtue in satisfying intangible spiritual beliefs. Satan represents undefiled wisdom instead of hypocrisy, is based on clear-sighted wisdom and honesty. Satan represents kindness to
You know
those
what's
who
funny is that if there was real Satanism, LaVey Satanism would be completely against that as well. It's ironic. An atheistic style Satanism would completely contradict an actual Satanist that believes, like a Luciferian that actually believes in Satan. Kind of interesting. All right, let's move on to over here.
Roman Egyptian roots, and so that is a huge part of my practice and a focus of the content that I deliver to the public, and reconstructing as best as I can this practice and the philosophy and the theory behind it. So October of this year, I'm going to be hosting a 9-day excursion, an immersive excursion. It's a field on-site field study, field immersion in Egypt, through Upper and Lower Egypt. It's entitled Techniques of Greco-Egyptian Theurgy. And so we're going to be on site in many of these temple complexes. We're going to have private access to a lot of them, like about how one is more of you can look at it as a vertical application of that magic, and another one is a horizontal application. And I think one of the many reasons why Professor Greg Shaw's work is so important is because he kind of is able to talk about and point out in the writings of the ancient theurgists, particularly Iamblichus, right? That's sort of his area of specialty, who really, his On the Mysteries gives us what we really know about the bulk of theurgy, and informs the later works of like Proclus, who tells us also a decent amount on it, but a lot of it's
also something bad happens to them, and as a result of what they have achieved via magic. So,
there's that kind of imaginal technique of evocation. There's invocation, where you're asking the deity to come into you.
Okay, let's move on. Let's see if we can do a little bit of gaming before we call it a night. Okay. How do I... Let's go with Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Look at that. Look at that screen right there. That's what I'm talking about. I want to change the screen. Nope. Still didn't do it. Why didn't you do it?
Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery run grounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out of Haywood. Thanks to unabated gang wars. One officer down, so I guess you're all screwed. Cause the NCPD will not let that go. Got another blackout in Santo Domingo. Net runners are at it again, poking holes in the power
there we go.
grid. While over Pittsburgh trauma teams scraping cyber psycho victims. Oh.
Welcomes you to NCX, Night City International and Transluna. Don't wait. Leave your earthly worries, ulcers, and tumors behind and take off for the stars. Taste true freedom. Be who you want to be. Pursue your heart's desire at the destination of your dreams. Because the stars are just your springboard. Orbital Air wishes you flights of fancy.
Shit. What's going on there? Oh, I hate that I have to fix all this stuff. Okay. Let's see here. No, what about audio? Do I got audio? Yeah, there we go. Okay. All right.
And fucking is.
Your hand's Merc, right? How much you know about the job?
Not much. Hans mentioned something about athletes and peeps evading taxes.
Here's the sitch. At this academy, they're training, molding young athletes. Folks flying from across the world to meet them, sign contracts. You're going in as a scout for the San Diego Shredders. Name's Victoria Wilson, 28, and you're looking for a wide receiver. Scheduling you in their system now. You following all this?
What? Sorry, I zoned out.
For real?
No. San Diego Shredders, Victoria Wilson, 28 years old, looking for a wide receiver, and lose the patronizing tone.
Well done. Just remember to keep a tight lip, no unnecessary chatter. Once you're in, find Fiona Varga's office, the Academy's director, and pull data on every scout who's ever signed a contract. Questions?
Hans a tax collector now? Yeah, I ain't buying it.
How about shitload of Eddie's collector? Sound more believable? Job isn't glamorous, but it pays.
Cover story's a little thin. Ought to flesh it out, don't you think?
No need. It's your way in, nothing more. Beyond that, avoid any talk about yourself. Just blend in, get the data, and get out.
What's a sports academy doing in Dogtown?
They're all over the world. They make athletes stronger, better. But if you want to enhance them earlier than the legal age limit, where would you go?
Where no one gives a shit.
Or as it's more commonly known, Dogtown. Whatever Hansen says, goes. And nobody gives a fuck about the rest.
All clear.
Great. Quick scan and you're good to go. After you, Victoria Wilson.
So he's a gentleman now. Who'd have thought? Later.
Welcome, Mrs. Wilson. If you'll join me, please.
What is it?
Everything you see here is protected under an NDA. Should any information about our athletes be made public, our contract with the Diego Shredders will be terminated, effective immediately.
Ouch, sounds serious.
If I may, I suggest you start your visit at our world-class bar. Drinks are on the house.
Well then, got my first mission for you. Need you to neutralize 3 shots of tequila, stat.
Hello? Clara Molina, Atlético Barcelona.
You're
Who's using these bots?
Our verbal motoric integrated interface is used by scouts such as yourself remotely, from Asia, Europe, Africa. Since not everyone can make a personal appearance in Dogtown, we've provided a solution.
I'd like to speak with Dr. Fiona Vargas in private.
Without an appointment, I'm afraid that won't be possible.
These ain't athletes, V. They're kids. Kids way too young for this kind of crap.
See that, Johnny?
Heartless
Ladies and
fucks.
gentlemen, the next junior for the 2077-2078 season is Katie McCannon.
See a free spot on the other side with your name on it.
Katie is a young but extremely talented soccer player, top scoring.
The Center for Neuromotor Development, Site 314, is one of the most advanced facilities dedicated to shaping young athletes. We scout for talent and invest a lot of time and resources to ensure that sports clubs around the world have a steady stream of athletes to excite the fans. Are you looking for an athlete whose performance, natural talent, and charisma will attract advertisers? You've come to the right place. Empty promises, you say? Maybe you've heard of Al Ford, Mark Elway, and Monica Diaz. Every one of them is a graduate of our center and was molded by the expertise of our own Dr. Fiona Vargas.
Position, midfielder.
Be right with you, man.
Our next athlete, whom you'll have the pleasure of meeting, is Kelvin Golden Strickland. Kelvin is a dyed-in-the-wool fighter with an instant knockout punch. 2/3
Dr.
of all
Fiona
his
ever
bouts
make an
end
appearance
in
at these
knockout
things?
victory.
Nah, she's not really the type to mingle. Prefers sitting cooped up in her office downstairs.
Review his latest performance statistics.
No, he just gave the information real easy.
These, showcases happen often?
Only when Dr. Vargas thinks an athlete's worth showing off, which is pretty often.
And the statistics are
Can I get a double shot of sense on tequila?
There you go. First time I take it. Which team you scouting for?
I'm with the San Diego Shredders, scouting for a wide receiver.
You say the Shredders? Small world. I'm Caden. Worked with Tomas 2 seasons back.
Vicky Wilson.
Wait, shopping for another wideout after re-signing your franchise stats leader? Man's an all-time deep threat. What's his name?
And another.
Look, pal, you say you know Tomas, but I don't know you. And I don't discuss team business with randos.
Bill, I think our friend here needs something stronger to loosen up.
Work on your own drink, pal.
Yeah. Fuck yourself too.
What the?
That was tempered glass. What I wouldn't give to know Fiona's secret.
Punch I was talking
Sorry,
about.
I have to close the bar for a
Forgive me,
second.
ladies and gentlemen, but due to damaged equipment, this athlete showcase is on.
Now's our chance to sneak behind the scenes of this fucking circus.
Don't know if I'm gonna like what I see.
Just saw a fire. Got it.
No, that was a mistake.
Together!
I need an authorization card.
Darn it. It's got... I was just looking for a...
It's all right. What's your name?
Tommy.
How'd you get in here? They let you out of your room?
Well, I know a few tricks. My dad's a techie. He taught me a ton of stuff.
Shouldn't be in here, kid.
I know. You won't tell Miss Fiona, right?
Won't say anything if you Delta quick.
Okay. I just need to check something first.
What in the... Tommy, out, now.
Wait, she was just looking for your office. I was just trying to help. Please, Miss Fiona.
Leave the boy out of this, please.
Run along now, Tommy. Hop to it.
But I didn't do nothing wrong.
It's all right, Tommy. Go back to your room. We're reasonable people. I'm sure we can work something out. What is it you want?
Password to the terminal and the data of every suit you've done biz with. Transactions, contracts, agreements, whole enchilada.
What do you intend to do with it?
Someone got tired of your clients not paying their dues.
I have a duty to protect my business and my clients. You understand that, I'm sure.
Business? The fucking gall.
Think of the children. Would you really deprive them of their only chance for a better life?
Just gets better and better, this bitch.
If you please, just hear me out. I'd like to make you an offer.
I'll make you a counteroffer.
Oh?
Get fucked.
No need to get
Finally.
Not bad. Interesting little apartment. Office. Cute.
Nicely done, V. Thanks to you, our Europeans can make sure tax evaders don't go unpunished.
You knew they're chipping kids there?
Why so dramatic? It's an open secret by now. Everyone knows what goes on there. Few care. If I've offended your sense of moral decency, I do apologize. Contract closed. Until the next time, V.
Mercy!
I'm just trying to play as much of this as possible without finishing the game. I'm not trying to be a completionist, I just really love playing this world. Extend the experience for as long as possible. Good shot.
It's official. Starting today, I'm in charge of foreign. And you residents of Dogtown will look forward to a
What's up with you?
Where's the client? Upstairs. How do we get upstairs?
But I have an appointment in there. Rebecca,
Uncultured swine!
waiting.
It's a business meeting, do you understand? Going once, he's got to shit twice. She doesn't get the soul.
Now I know why I came so soon.
Nell Springer? Who's asking? Name's V. Fixer sent me. You weren't followed? Why? Scared the Crimson Harvest might know you're up to no good.
I have a feeling. And not a whole lot of time. Did Hands bring you up to speed?
Said you want to turn against your terrorist chooms, sabotage their evil plans, and save the day.
For the love of... We're not terrorists. You got any clue what the Crimson Harvest even stands for? How about putting an end to hunger, starvation?
The Crimson Harvest.
Echo.
They recruit you, or did you
Turn on
volunteer?
library.
Grew up on
100%.
a farm like most of my comrades.
Done
Corpse
deal.
boots stamping on our faces. That was our life. Until we realized we could fight back. Crimson Harvest, they're like family. And the things you'll do for family, well, can keep you up at night. Haunt you.
People starving? Where? Because dumpsters are overflowing with food in Night City.
You city folk don't know shit. You think you're free? That slavery's ancient history? Ought to see how Biotechnica treats farmers. Force them off their land to grow gene-modified wheat. For food, one would think. Wrong. For Chew-2 that's sold to Petrochem. You like the taste of Chew-2? No? That's what I thought.
What is it? YouTube's people?
If you believe in what the Crimson Harvest stands for, why shit on their parade?
I support their ends, not their means. I never thought we'd start killing people. Things they had me do. I was naive.
Probably thought she'd be collecting signatures and making peace protest signs.
Naive. A bit of an understatement, that.
Spare me the judgment. Didn't hire you to pin my biography. Here.
Wow, discreet. New to this, are we? What's on the shard?
One thing at a time, okay? The Crimson Harvest purchased a net nuke from Hansen. It's headed for Europe. Specifically, Biotechnica's HQ in Berlin. You'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Your bomb won't cause any good old-fashioned destruction. Thought terrorists like putting on a show.
Take down a building, whoop-de-fucking-do. Biotechnica just builds a new one. What you want is the protein. Human casualties.
So what do I do?
Western part of the stadium used to house a sports therapy center, before Hansen turned into an arms factory. Entry code's 1701. Memorize it. It's got assembly lines, warehouses, the works. Part you're interested in is an experimental lab in the old pool. It's where they keep the bomb. Find it, upload the program from this shard. A few days from now, when the bomb's detonated in Berlin, it'll neutralize the virus. Stop its spread. When it's done, I'd like that shard back.
Gonna keep it as a souvenir.
Can't be too careful. If the Crimson Harvest ever got their hands on it, I'm toast.
Not a lot of folks who take the risk you're taking without even expecting a thank you. Respect.
Maybe I'm doing it for myself. Can't turn back time, but I can still change what happens here, now, the future.
An
Too long I've
idealist.
sat on my ass agonizing over the shit I've done. That ends today.
Sounds like you're trying to atone for something.
You done prying?
Guess I'll get to work then.
Counting on you, V.
I gotta upgrade everything.
Are you fucking with me?
Almost had it. You just had to pull your gun out. Fucking bone. What? Hold on.
whole city. You'd have to be gunk as hell to try and clev that.
I'll be out of this city before they even realize.
Just in case I mess this up.
Everything's going to shit!
After making waves in Tokyo, Sydney, and Paris, the next stop talk. Promise.
Welcome to N54 News. I'm Jillian Jordan. We begin now with your latest local news. You are instructed to reveal yourself. Anniversary of the AIDS.
Nothing like the taste of lead in the morning.
Locating suspect.
Big guns coming close.
Utilizing measures of immediate coercion. Surround. Surround. Pacifying. Danger. 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 Pacifying.
Big guns coming.
Shit.
fucking trying! Take that flank!
Right, let's see what's here.
Only thing worse than a corpo's a terrorist with a conscience. Except terrorists ain't afraid to dirty their hands.
Blame Nell for trying to save innocent people? For having a conscience?
If you're gonna declare war on corpse, you'd best be ready for the consequences. Yes, innocent people die. It's the nature of war.
Been half a century since your little stunt at Arasaka Tower. Thousands of innocent folks dead. And for what? An even taller tower?
It was just the first skirmish in a long war. It's because of spineless cowards like Nell that we hit quicksand.
Protect the wounded! Got a little something for you!
You were
Let me
saying?
carve you up good! Enemy contact! Opening fire! For fuck's sake!
How do I get out of here? Where are we going? This way?
Neutralize the threat! Cash me credit.
I just wiped out her entire organization. So.
Heard there was some carnage at the Heavy Hearts last night. Something about a couple flat lines while partying with the scabs.
Got locked on hard. Choked on it.
Looks like a trap to me.
The bomb. You take care of it?
Disarmed. We're in the clear.
Quick, hand me the shard. Gotta make tracks. What the? Shit, the car's hacked! What's going on? Did you sell me out?
You're under arrest!
Just stay calm, okay? We'll figure this out.
Mel Stringer! You're under arrest for organizing last year's bombing of a biotechnical lab in Paris.
No. This isn't happening.
Your bomb killed 32 innocent people.
That true? You the one who planted that bomb?
I swear on my life, V. I had
Get
no
that
idea
over.
civilians would die.
Step out of the vehicle. Hands in the air.
Get out.
V, please, come on, don't leave me.
Listen, fellas. You've got the wrong gal. Nell was just following orders, manipulated against her will by terrorists.
Save it. Evidence speaks for itself.
Wanna cuff me? Go right ahead.
Enemy contact! That's down! Got a hit!
You hit?
No, I don't think so. Thanks, V.
Could have told me you had more than the Crimson Harvest to worry about.
I thought if you found out the truth, you wouldn't help. I'm sorry. I misjudged you.
Think you'll ever come around to forgiving yourself?
Don't know. I already hate myself for what I did.
Got your whole life to turn things around. Today was the first step.
Couldn't have done it without you. Thanks, V.
Good luck out there.
What a waste. Chick had potential. Could have gone far. Pains me to see promising careers flushed down the drain.
I wonder if I should have not helped her. Save it right now. That's not a good sign.
V, I'll have to do some cleaning up. Nevertheless, you saved more people than you killed today. Most importantly, the client is safe and sound. Transferring your fee and closing the contract.
All right. I think we're good for the night.